So the femboy community is literally just guys that are just dressing up as feminine, like a feminine persona. Really, you don't have to be feminine in real life. It's all like a persona, whatever you want to be in the game. For example, I can be a femboy right now. I have removed my breast. I have a feminine body, but I am more or less portraying a bit of a masculine appearance. If I had a masculine voice, I would be more femboy.
Masculinity in and of itself is not something that is attractive or desirable, right? That's not what masculinity is, right? Masculinity is something hard, rough, rigid, confidence, like overbearing. Like these are all not things that are very appealing from a aesthetic perspective, right? So masculinity has always been this necessary evil, as people would put it, though I wouldn't define it personally as evil or good. I don't believe that masculinity is in and of itself an evil or good thing, right? But I will acknowledge that masculinity is never an attractive thing. It is a necessary. As a result, the polar opposite is femininity, right? Femininity is beauty. Femininity is attraction, youth, innocence. These are all very attractive concepts and attractive terminologies, right? Which I believe plays a role into why society as a whole is leaning towards being more feminized than masculine, because what sells? Cute girls, hot girls, sexy girls, those sell things. People become what they desire. People want to become what they like.
I'm not sure what the question is. Like, what group is he talking to about? I'm kind of confused.
He's talking about guys who like
guys,
who try to act really feminine. Almost like transgender kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what? No, that's not it at all. Transgender has to deal with the whole gender ideal that people like to work around with. That's a whole different thing. The whole fanboy thing is more of they just like to be effeminate in general. The whole that's not almost transgender. It's okay. Here's a good way to put it. I know this sounds like semantics for you, but you have to realize that when you say something like that, while you have your own understanding of what the comparison may be, to somebody else, they're going to immediately hear that and go, "Oh, okay." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's transgender. I'm saying it's almost like a pathway to it. It's not fully there yet. It's like maybe like 50%. They're not 100. They're like kind of in the middle, kind of a thing.
Just like this. I'm going to call myself X thing, therefore I am X thing. It is basically that, because people don't like to be called that by other people. People will look at, I don't know, the Mandalorian and call him the Spartan from Halo. He's not the Spartan from Halo, though. He's the Mandalorian. Now, if I said that to you, it said, look, it's a femboy right over there. But they were actually transgender. You see kind of where I'm getting with that? It's a dumb comparison, but yeah, it's a little bit that simple. It's a bit annoying, but
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of blowing up in VRChat. It's like a big cultural thing in VRChat.
Okay, hell yeah. So it's called Humans of VR. Go to his channel on YouTube and give him a follow.
No, so I think a femboy is someone who, for me, it's someone who you need to not only embody the femboy and the fact that you need to be like a female avatar or something like that. In terms of VR chat, this is you need to like embody it in personality. You need to be like really sort of one of those people in front of the mirror who are getting patted all the time or something like that. Like for me, it's a lot of like the trap debate, in the sense that like people say, oh, you're a trap, you're a female avatar, whatever. But in my opinion, it's nothing to do with that. You're only a trap if you try to pretend you're female, which I never have done. It's really just an aspect of how you act and how you present yourself, more than it is you're a female avatar, you're automatically a femboy or automatically a trap.
The majority of femboys I've met on here are nice, because they are nice. I've met a few that are a little bit toxic, but not like toxic as in black cat kind of toxic, right? Let's just say they don't visit the black cat, but they're still pretty much an asshole. They're like any other nice player on here. I don't really see a lot of difference with them, except for the fact that, they dress feminine. They're pretty much normal people.
Yeah, some of them are really like,
a lot of them are damn bad. So
so I've had a couple interactions where femboys has come up to me and said, "You want an ERP?" I'm like, "No. I've got a significant other. I'm good. Thank you anyway." And they start getting a tiny bit like irritated with me saying that, and I'm like, "Why are you angry? Like, I've just turned you down in in the most nicest way, and you're trying to throw it back in my face. Oh, funny. Okay, cool.
Fanboys. Okay, all right. You're making me chuckle here. What about femboys? I would just like to state I am straight as a pencil, not like a bendy pencil, but straight as a wooden pencil, right? So I've not really interacted with femboys in that kind of manner. But in if it's just in a group setting, like in a public, right? They're decent people. They can be a bit, different at times. But that's fun. That's funny, And I don't know, like just personal experience. They're okay. They're decent lads. They're decent people. Obviously, I'm not really into that community and never really identified with it. I don't really see myself using like female avatars and stuff like that, but I do see the appeal why people do that. A lot of people in this game that do use female avatars, and I mean that's cool, because they do look good. You can't lie. You put the mirror on, and you see yourself as a hot babe. What's wrong in that? You know what I mean?
Life is easier as a girl. Why wouldn't a dude want to be a girl?
He does make a good point.
Why?
I feel like women have more support than men do.
Those pale in comparison to the hardship that most men throughout history have needed to undergo, either willingly or unwillingly. Women won't get drafted to wars. Majority of people who die from violent deaths are men. Majority of wars are fought by men. Majority of difficult jobs such as sewers or the electrical industry, they're done by men. Women in general are able to more easily acquire a higher value mate simply by existing, right? Beauty is a thing.
Yeah.
It's of the concept in terms of like the beauty and whatnot. Women are born with value, while men have to make their value through their own hardship and struggles.
Mostly people who are femboys will be in a human character, which is, like mostly anime-ish looking. And it is a big thing in, I think, a lot of communities. But, when things are sexualized, they do pop out harder than like the safer work sides of fandoms, and this is for every fandom. People forget that when they think of the furry fandom as well. Like, I've been in a load of fandoms, and there's a sexual side to everything.
I don't know, be nice. You see a femboy talking around, don't be too scared of them, They're only people. I mean, they might be into you, they might not be into you, or you may be very into them, but whatever it is, just treat them alright.
Femboys.
It's a trend. It's a trend to me.
It's a trend is, yes, there's an argument that it has become trendy to do that, but I believe it stems from a position of being able to acquire attention or uniqueness.
I am not a fanboy, no. I am not a fanboy myself. I think they're just males who are more on the feminine side, or ones who identify as more female or some shit like that. I don't know the true explanation, but that's why I perceive it as.
Kindness is contagious. When you are kind, you inspire others. Be the spark. Spreading kindness merchandise available now.